Kilalanin natin ang official, new and improved complete lineup ng Brgy Ginebra para sa Pba 50th All-Filipino Cup. Point guards: Scottie Thompson, star player, 6'1", 180 pounds, 32 years old, 12.4 points, 6.8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.4 blocks, 41% 3-point shooter, 62% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. John Nards Pinto, 5'11", 170 pounds, 34 years old, 3.3 points, 0.9 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 0.1 steal, 31% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Maverick Missy, 6'2", 190 pounds, 34 years old, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 23% 3-point shooter, 70% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Shooting guards: RJ Ave, rising star, 5'10", 187 pounds, 26 years old, 13.6 points, 3.4 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.2 blocks, 36% 3-point shooter, 93% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. JerAve, 6'5", 205 pounds, 29 years old, 2 points, 1.5 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 0.4 steals, 0.4 blocks, 10% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Jason David, 6'2", 191 pounds, 28 years old, 3.5 points, 1.8 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.4 blocks, 48% 3-point shooter, 75% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Small forwards: Stephen Holt, star player, 6'4", 195 pounds, 33 years old, 12.9 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.1 block, 36% 3-point shooter, 89% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Von Pesumal, 6'2", 185 pounds, 32 years old, 1.8 points, 1 rebound, 0.8 assists, 25% 3-point shooter, 50% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Aljon Mariano, 6'3", 175 pounds, 33 years old, 0.5 points, 1 rebound, 0.2 assists, 16 field goal percentage, 50% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Sonny Estil, new player via Pba 11 pick, 6'3", 176 pounds, 24 years old, 3.1 points, 2.4 rebounds, 0.3 steals, 0.4 blocks, 37% 3-point shooter, 33% free throw shooter in his ongoing 2025 MPBL 7th season averages. Power forwards: Japet Aguilar, veteran star, 6'9", 235 pounds, 38 years old, 14.3 points, 6.6 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 0.3 steals, 1.1 blocks, 55 field goal percentage, 72% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Ralph Koo, 6'4", 210 pounds, 28 years old, 0.8 points, 2 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 0.1 steal, 0.2 blocks, 21% 3-point shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Raymond Aguilar, 6'4", 200 pounds, 40 years old, 1.8 points, 0.8 rebounds, 0.3 assists, 0.2 blocks, 44 field goal percentage, 75% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. JerAve, new player via Pba 23rd pick, 6'3", 180 pounds, 25 years old, 6 points, 4.3 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1 steal, 21% 3-point shooter, 30% free throw shooter in his 2024 Pinoy Liga Cup averages. Centers, Troy Rosario, star player, 6'7", 218 pounds, 33 years old, 11.2 points, 6.7 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 0.3 steals, 26% 3-point shooter, 62% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Ben Adamos, 6'7", 200 pounds, 29 years old, 1.8 points, 0.9 rebounds, 0.3 assists, 0.3 blocks, 60 field goal percentage, 5.5 minutes per game in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Isako, comeback player, 6'7", 230 pounds, 29 years old, 5.5 points, 3.7 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 0.5 blocks, 25% 3-point shooter, 60% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49th Governor's Cup averages. Norbert Torres, new player via free agency signing, 6'6", 265 pounds, 35 years old, 3.1 points, 0.8 rebounds, 0.4 blocks, 16% 3-point shooter, 75% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Mario Barasi Jr., new player via Pba 13th pick, 6'7", 210 pounds, 24 years old, 1.6 points, 1.3 rebounds, 0.3 assists, 0.1 steal, 0.4 blocks, 45 field goal percentage, 60% free throw shooter in his ongoing 2025 MPBL season averages. Ito ang official new and improved complete lineup ng Brgy Ginebra para sa Pba 50th Filipino Cup. Sa tingin nyo mga kababos, mas lumakas ba ang bagong lineup ng Brgy Ginebra para sa Pba 50th Filipino Cup? I-comment nyo na po yan sa baba.